Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to Twin Group. We are the manufacturer of the with tire, with plastic pyrolysis plant. Well, today we will introduce our company and our plant, our equipment, to just give you a more detailed introduction. Well, our mission is to transport this kind of waste things like the e-waste, the tire, the waste plastic, the oil sludge to the flue oil. And flue oil we can use at the bricks factory, cement factory for heating. We are founded in 2011 and has a history of 14 years. Has an industry, have a factory, and a trade, just integrated enterprise. Well, we have our own factory that is near our company. Well, if you want to come here to visit, we will take you to our factory to see about the details of the equipment. Well, we are just focused on the research and development and production and sales of this equipment for many years. We have our engineering team to design or give the innovation of the equipment. Well, all the machine can be customized. So if you want to know or just want to have a machine that depends on your special materials or other requirements, you can contact with our sales manager and our engineer. All the machine can be customized. Okay, this machine is to transport this with tire, with plastic, but only we can just use this to process of these waste things. Some other uncommon things like solar panel or the resin fiber we can also use to get the flue oil. Well, the technique are almost the same, but may have some different details, like we need to process with different material of the furnace and the different things like the decogging machine, the other machine to prevent like the block or some other things that happened. Okay, and we have three types of the machine, like the batch type of pyrolysis plant, the semi-continuous, and the fully continuous pyrolysis plant. Well, after years of development, we have advanced the technology and professional team and rich experience. Well, our production is sold well in many countries and regions around the world. From now on, we have our customer in 120 countries. So it's very convenient for you to visit our project cases. If you want, you can just tell our sales manager and they will just contact with our customers. Okay, and later we will introduce the process principle of the pyrolysis project. Well, the pyrolysis is a process of the decompressing organic substance to the small molecules compounds in high temperatures under the no oxygen or low oxygen conditions. Well, taking the tire of the example, well, the tire is composed of the rubber, carbon black, or other additives. So after the pyrolysis process, by using the temperature nearly 300 degrees, well, to break down the polymers into the oil gas, the rubber powder, the carbon black, and the non-condensable tail gas. Well, the oil gas is condensed into the machine that can be liquidized to the flue oil, and the carbon black we can use different ways to recycle. Well, they can be directly used, directly just sold, or directly used at the burner or the heating energy. Also, they can use at the raw material of the rubber, of the tire, or the paint things. The uncondensable tail gas is the startup for the standards of the after treatment, or can be used just at other factory to to give the electricity or give the heating energy. So the principle of other raw materials, such as the plastic, the oil sludge, the coal tar residue, is also the similar things. We have the machine of 3 types of the machine: the batch type pyrolysis plant, the semi-continuous and fully continuous pyrolysis plant. Well, you can just leave your raw materials, the capacity, and where you want to have this business to us in the comment section, and we will give you a detailed introduction. Any other requirements you need, well, you can contact with our sales manager. Now in the comment section we have our WhatsApp, our email. You can just add us directly. We will send you our catalog, our price list for you. In the background catalog, it shows us the different raw material that we can be processed. The most common one is the waste tire, and the oil yield is nearly 40 to 45% for the large tires. And also for the plastic things, the oil yield is from 30 to 95. It depends on which plastic you're just used for. Like if you use the pure plastic, then the oil yield can reach to 90%, 95%. But most of the plastic we use is from the daily waste or the construction waste. So they may have some water content, or may have rock, bricks, or other materials. So the yield is counted out to reach to very high, but also can be like 30 to 80%. It's also the most common raw materials that our customers chose. And the oil sludge and the coal tar oil sludge is called the hazardous waste in China. While they can be processed, and they can not only get the oil, and also in some of our customers is to just get the processing fee when they want to start up this business. And like the aluminium plastic, this is also one of the main products, main raw materials that we can not only get the waste plastic, oil, and also we can get the aluminium ingot. That is the main products. It's much more expensive than the plastic oil each time. So when we set up the aluminium plastic, most of the main products they want to get is aluminium. Well, here is different raw materials, and also like we have other material. For example, the waste solar panel. Well, they can recycle because they have some plastic content in it. We can remove the glass, remove the aluminium frame first for the pre-processing step, and then we can use this pyrolysis step to get the oil from the plastic or rubber things. And also like the resin fiber. And the resin is the neutral resin. And after the waste things, and we can recycle them. And this is one of the things, and also it's a very common raw materials in China. We can get the waste resin fiber from the PCB board. Some of our customers have the long processing line. Like they first get the whole PCB board, the print board, to use the crushing and separation machine to get the copper, aluminium, and the resin fiber from them. And then they will use the pyrolysis machine to process the resin fiber and to get the oil. That is it. And also we have other like the rosin. The natural rosin can, after the special processing, can get the valuable oil products. And also like some other like cable shelf, also made of the rubber or plastic. Like the most common, like the most main raw materials, like from the tire or plastic. So they can be pyrolysis and get the tire oil, the plastic oil, or the mixed oil. Okay, these are some different other materials that can be processed. Well, you can leave your raw materials to us, and we can just tell you whether it can be the raw material to have this business, or the oil yield, or some other information. We have a customer in just 120 countries. So if you want to visit our product cases, you can also add our WhatsApp or send an email to us. We will contact with you immediately and give you our catalog, give you our quotation. Well, some of our customers may ask that just what's the prices of the machine. Well, that is because we have different capacity and suitable for different raw materials, and we have 3 types of the machine, like the batch type, semi-continuous, and fully continuous. So we just cannot to tell you a specific like the price because we have a long price list for you. Well, you can contact with us, and our sales manager will send you this quotation. Okay, and here are the different type. Well, the first one is the fully continuous pyrolysis plant, which have the capacity of from 15 ton to 50 ton. Well, this is the biggest one. Now we have a customer in America, in Russia, Brazil, Kazakhstan, India. We all have our fully continuous pyrolysis plant. So if you want, you can just visit there to know how we use or how we control this whole processing line. Okay, here is the advantages, like we can have the PLC system to fully control the machine and continuous work for 24 hours. They can continuous work to 45 to 60 days without stop. And the big processing capacity, this is compared with the batch type one and a semi-continuous one. Well, the batch type and semi-continuous capacity is from 10 ton to 20 ton. We also have 12 ton, 15 ton, 18 tons one. And the machine, well, it is why is labor saving and why is time saving? And it's all because we have the PLC system and can ensure we can feed the raw material and to have the pyrolysis reaction and to slag the carbon black at the same time. So we don't need the different step to finish the whole processing line. Here are the 3 layout. You can have a look at this. So we have different customers. Now in each continent, we all have our customers to set up this machine. Well, they may have different situations. For example, in Asia, the regions such as India or Southeast Asia, with a rapid economic development, while the demand of the energy is just increasing every day. So at the same time, the pressure of treating waste, such as used waste tire or plastic, is just relatively high. So the demand to have this machine is very high, and that is why we have many customers in Asia. So for just especially in Southeast Asia. Hello, sir. Well, if you have any questions, you can leave in the comment section. And now we are introduced of the fully continuous pyrolysis plant that to process the waste tire, waste plastic to the flue oil and carbon black. Well, if you are interested, you can add our WhatsApp or send an email to us. We will send you our catalog. Okay, here is the 3D layout. We include the feeding system, the pyrolysis system, the condensation system, slagging system, and the purification system. All the machine is just environmental friendly. We can use different ways to just purify the smoke and tail gas we need to release. Okay, here is some solution nets in Asia, and also we have our many customers in Africa. Also we have the a branch company in Africa. Well, many countries is in a stage of the have a great demand of the flue oil, and they are just built the standard just infrastructure that is very have a high demand of this oil. And one of the just advantages that set up a business in Africa is they're not much strict of the environmental friendly things, so we don't need to just equipped it with like the purification system or very high standard of the purification system, because that is one of the most expensive section that of the whole production line. Okay, and also we have our customer like in Americas, in Brazil, that's some development countries. Well, also the oil that is a very high price in that countries. So also have a high market. Also we have our fully continuous processing line in Brazil, in America, in Russia, like this in countries. While this fully continuous one, it is much more expensive than the batch type, because the technology is the highest and the capacity which can process the more raw materials than the batch type or the semi-continuous every day. And also it's more automatic, can use a PLC system to control the whole production line. So then most no labor consumption, only 1 or 2 labors is enough. Okay, and this is some advantages of the fully continuous one. And the second one, that is the semi-continuous pyrolysis plant. While the semi-continuous is, the working efficiency is a little bit higher than the batch type one, because we ensure we can use the slagging step that at a very high temperature we can just slag the carbon black. So we don't need to just cool down the whole furnace. Then we can start the slagging step. So we can get 3 batch in 2 days for the batch type one. Well, if you chose the for the semi-continuous one, well, if you chose the batch type pyrolysis plant, we can get nearly 1 batch for 1 day. So that is the difference. Well, this is if you have just a small capacity, like you can choose a semi-continuous or batch type one. We have 1 ton, 2 ton, 5 ton, 10 ton, 12 ton, 15 ton, 20 ton. Now it's automatic feeding. The similar things that between the semi-continuous and fully continuous one is they can all slag the carbon black at a very high temperature. So we need to ensure when we slag them, there are no oxygen that go into the furnace and there are no flue gas release. So that is why we will use the different raw materials. If your raw material is the waste tire, so we need to crush them to the carbon black, the rubber powder. So, and we need to remove the steel wire from the powder. Then we can ensure when we feed the raw material, there are no oxygen get inside to have a reaction of our pyrolyzed step. Okay, it also have a high working efficiency and it's much more energy saving. We can use the tail gas that we get and to after purification and go into the combustion system to get the heating energy. Here is the second raw materials, second machine, and here is the batch type. It's the most common one, and it's have just in our pyrolysis plant market. This is the most common one and have the longest history. And most of our customers will choose this batch type because the semi-continue and fully continue is the newest things, and it's much more expensive than the batch type. Also, the batch type not only it is cheap, also they are suitable for the multiple materials like the whole tire, the mixed plastic waste, or the aluminium ingot, the oil sludge, coal tar oil residue can all use this pyrolysis plant to process. We don't need to use much more pre-processing step, like to crash them to the rubber powder or to remove the steel wire. You can just put the whole tire. And also, because for the batch type, we can choose the front slag, the side slag, or the back slag. There are no much more standard of the raw materials. I can use different things. So, like for example, the aluminium ingot, they can't use the continuous one because the continuous one we can only use the sagging winch to use the back slag to just remove the carbon black out of the furnace. But for the aluminium plastic, we will get aluminium ingot of the products. They will have a block of the processing winch, so we can only choose the front slag or the side slag. That is the difference. For so, ingot, the batch type one is more suitable for the different raw materials. That is why in our market, in the processing market, most of the customer will choose the batch type. Okay, and here is the different capacity. We have 1 ton, 2 ton, 5 ton, 10 ton, 12 ton, 15 ton, 20 ton of the batch type one. Well, disadvantages, just easy operation, cost effective, good stability, and multiple use. We can process the waste tire to the tire oil, the carbon black, and the steel wire, and also the tail gas. For the oil yield from the waste tire can be 40 to 45%. And also we have 35% of the carbon black, 15% of the steel wire, and 10% of the tail gas. Here is some brief introduction, and this is the 3D layout of the batch type pyrolysis plant. Well, if you have any questions, you can leave in the comment section, or if you want to know more information, like to get our catalog, get our price list, or contact with our sales manager, or come to our factory, you can send a private message to us, tell us your WhatsApp, your email, or your the telephone. We will contact with you immediately and send you our information. Okay, hello. Here is a 3D layout. This is the feeding system. We will use the automatic feeder to feed the whole tire into the furnace. Here is a pyrolysis reactor, and just under the reactor is a combustion system. We have 4 burner and 4 tail gas burner to get the heating. We use the direct heating step. And then this is the buffer tank. Well, can I receive catalog about this panel? Of course. Well, you can add our WhatsApp, or you can send a private message to us. Tell us your WhatsApp or email or other ways that we can contact with you. If you have a WeChat, it's more convenient, or some other ways. You can send a private message to us, or some other. Well, can I know what material you want to process, or which regions or which countries you want to have, like in Korean? Okay, let's go on. If you have any other comments, you can contact with or leave in the comment section. This is the buffer tank. After pyrolyze, the oil gas will come out to the outlet and go into this buffer tank. Well, the buffer tank have two purpose. The first is to slow down the speed of the tail gas, and second is to settle down the impurities in the gas. Okay, and then after this buffer tank, they will go into the condensation system. Well, the condensation system is to just liquidize the oil gas to the flue oil, and this is the one of the main products we can get. The flue oil, we can use at the bricks factory, glass factory, cement factory for heating. They have a very high heating energy. This is the tube condensers. Also, we have water tank condensers. It can be just chose for your reached requirements. And after using the condensation system, we can get the flue oil. But some of the gas that cannot be condensed, please contact by email. Okay. Well, you can send a private message to us and tell us your email. Then we will contact with you. Okay. And in the tail gas, we will use this, this is our removal system to purify the tail gas, which is one of our patent device. Because the tail gas, we can just use this and return to this heating system, the combustion system, to get the heating energy to our raw materials. That by using the tail gas, then we don't need to use that extra heating energy like the flue oil, like the natural gas. So it can save our extra heating energy. But if we burn them directly, they will have some harmful smell because inside they have the hydrogen sulfide. When you burn them, they will have the bad smell, and also it's corrosive to the reactor. So that is why we set up the tail gas cleaning and all the removal system, one of our patent device. And here it is, this small one. Another patent device is the vacuum device. That is to prevent the flux explosion just during the production. If you are interested, we can, sales manager can give a brief, detailed introduction for you. And then this is like a frame type. Well, if your raw material or the material that you want to process every day is very small or a little bit, you can choose this. We have 1 kilogram, 100 kilogram or 500 kilogram per day. Also, we have 1 ton, 2 ton. Well, it's very easy to use and don't need the installation step. We just a whole plant that when we just deliver to your plant, you can use them directly. Some like college will use this to have experiment, or some just by using the private things. We chose this. Well, for example, like so you are maybe I guess you are from Korean. Many customers is we have many project cases in Korea for the batch type 1 and the semi-continuous one. Well, if we want to visit our project cases, we can ask our sales manager, is it convenient? Then we'll just tell you how to get there. Taiwan. Taiwan. Okay. In Taiwan we have many project cases. If you want, you can also contact with us. I don't know if you can use the WhatsApp or email or WeChat to come here. Our country, just our factory is in China, in Henan province in China. You can come here to see our factory to know the processing line, and then we can just take you to our project cases. In Taiwan, we also have our batch type pyrolysis plant, and also a frame type like this, the frame 1. Okay, and here are the equipment advantages of this frame type, frame installation, the cost saving, easy handling, and test available. Well, about the after sales service, well, we have 1 year warranty, and no matter where you want to set up this business, our engineer can come to your countries and help you to finish the installation, the operation of this machine, and also we can give a training to your workers to help them to a better control of this processing line, because it's just very important to control the reactor of the heating step. It will just have just the link with the oil yield and the quality of the flue oil. Okay, and here is the final products from different things. If you get the flue oil, this is the main products we can use for heating at the water factory, the cement factory, or we can refine them. We also have the distillation plant, that is a refining plant to refine the pyrolysis oil, like the tire oil, plastic oil, or some waste crude oil, engine oil, to the diesel. This is another technology. If you're interested, we can also introduce for you, or you can contact with our sales manager. We will give you our 3D video, our catalog. And then the flue oil, the main products, for example, we can get 40 to 45% of the flue oil from this with tire. And if you get the pure plastic, like the pure PPP-PS, the oil yield can reach to 90 to 95%. Just we need to attention that except the PET and the PVC are not suitable for the raw material. All other machine can be the raw materials like the ABS, PVT, ABS, now PPP, PS, and so on. Can I visit your factory? Of course, sir. Our factory is in Henan province in China. Well, yeah, we have our factory located in Henan province in China. You can come here to see the whole production line. We have our own factory that covers an area more than 40,000 centimeters. We have the one factory to build the pyrolysis plant, another factory to build the other step, like the condensation step or the removal system and so on. You can come here because it's very important. If you are finding a manufacturer to buy the machine, it's very important to go to the factory by yourself to see the detailed technique, like the raw material they use, the machine of the rolling, or the technique of rolling, or the material they used at the installation cover, the reactor, or the technique, for example, the reactor head, or other things. So it's very important. Why not Shenzhen? You mean why not we found a factory in Shenzhen? Because our boss is from Henan, from just it's in Xinyang. So we find our factory, our company in Zhengzhou, the capital of Henan province, and then we set up a factory that is nearest to our company, because we can't set our factory in Zhengzhou. So we set up in Jiaozuo city. But we have our many project cases in Shenzhen, in China. Just almost all the province we have our project cases, except in maybe Shanghai we don't have. Shenzhen we have. Well, you can come here. If you want to get the batch type pyrolysis plant, almost all the customer is the batch type, because this is the oldest technology. If you want to just to get the fully continuous pyrolysis plant, we have a customer in Chongqing, in Yunnan, in Shanxi, and in Shandong. Well, if you are in Taiwan, you can come to maybe Yunnan, is most nearest, to get there to visit. Okay, and let's go on. Here is the one of the main products, the flue oil, and also we have the carbon black. If your raw material is the waste tire, we can get nearly 35% of the carbon black, and they can be briquetting or refining to diesel. By the way, if you choose the fully continuous pyrolysis plant, we have another technique to just have the prolonged processing of the carbon black. It's just to get more higher quality of the carbon black. If you want to know, you can also contact with our sales manager. Okay, and then the carbon black also we can have from the plastic or the oil yield. The oil sludge or the coal tar sludge. Well, you can leave your raw material to us. Yeah, leave your raw material to us, and we can give you like where we have this project cases or the oil yield or some other things, because different material, they are different capacity and different certificate. For example, if you chose a waste tire, it's the most common processing lines enough. But if your material is plastic, then because they have the wax in this plastic, so they may just block the condensation step, the tube in the condensation step. So we need to use the clogging system. This is many customers, they have this plastic plant. They will the first question they will ask is how to solve this problem. Okay, and this one is the only one that we will have from the waste tire. Well, the big tire from the car, from the truck, we will have the steel wire. Well, if you are chose the tire from the motorcycle or the bicycle, well, there's just a little bit, or just don't have the steel wire. And this aluminium ingot, another very important final products from the aluminium plastic. Well, that is much more expensive than the plastic oil. So if you set up the aluminium plastic factory, most of our customers just want to get the aluminium. Well, maybe in China, for the aluminium, it's just maybe 10,000 each ton, more than 10,000 each ton. And for the plastic oil, and now the prices of the flue oil is a little bit cheaper than before, maybe just 3,000 per ton. That is the prices. Okay, and the syngas. Well, the syngas is the tail gas, so you can just refine them and get the heating energy. If you chose the fully continuous pyrolysis plant, the application of the syngas is just more than the batch type one, because for the batch type we start the combustion system every day and stop the combustion every day. So we can't have the syngas or can't use the syngas just for a long time. So they have some waste. Okay, and this is the profit analysis. You can have a look at this. Well, by the way, that is for reference because the market is changed and the price is different in each region. We have this price list. That is to know that which we will cost for every day and which income we'll get from every day. You can have a look at this. Oh, why is the CCP falling? So I'm not quite understand your questions. What is the CCP? Can you just be more clear, or can you type in Chinese? Okay, this is the price analysis. You can have a look like the first is raw material and the electricity consumption and the heating of flue. Like we can use the syngas, the tail gas, the flue oil, or the coal or wood, some biomass to get the heating, or it's different prices. And the manpower, just the labor consumption for the one line of the batch type, maybe we need 3 workers. But if you chose like the fully continuous one, it's more automatic, so we only need 1 or 2 workers to just control for the 50 ton per day of the processing line. And Okay, and then the income is from our products, the final products like the flue oil, carbon black, and the steel wire. Just the price, we can, well, it's not very sure because we have different customers in different regions. So you can tell us where you want to set up this business to our sales manager, and we will just tell you or give you analysis of the market. Well, when there no the consumption of these water, because all the water we use are recycled in the condensation system, they will not contact with the flue oil, so there are no waste of the oil, waste of the water. Okay, and here are the equipment advantages, like the technique we use to build our machine that to just higher the quality of the reactor or to ensure they can use for a long time. Okay, and for example, for the reactor, we will use the different materials. Well, if you choose with tire or with plastic, then we can use the boiler plates is enough. But if your material is kind of hazardous waste, like the oil sludge or the coal tar oil sludge, then we can use the stainless steel because they have some corrosive things. Okay, and the common one is the 16 millimeter of the boiler plate, and we use a round shape reactor head. Compared with other factory, well, the round shape is just withstand high pressure and high temperature. Sir Mark, said, did you see my message? Well, I only see that you said, why is the CCP falling? So I am not understand what is the CCP. So can you have explain? This is the last question I saw. Okay, and then okay, and here is like the welding process. We use the technique of the machine to get the welding of the reactor that compared with the the labor to get the welding is more stronger and can use for the batch type pyrolysis plant. The reactor we can use for 3 to 5 years, and the fully continue because we use the indirect heating, so they can use for 6 to 8 years. Because why we use indirect heating, that is they will use for 45 to 60 days. If we use the direct heating, like similar to the batch type or the semi-continuous, they will just have a damage of the reactor. So we use indirect by use the hot wind burner to get the hot wind to the reactor. This is a one-piece design, no cracking, and the long machine service life. Okay, here are some brief other introduction. Well, let's have a look at the here is the distillation plant. The distillation plant is to refine the flue oil or the waste crude oil. Yeah, here is it. Well, like the waste engine oil, the motor oil, crude oil, or the tire oil, plastic oil. If you want to purify them to get a high quality of the oil, we can use this. This is the diesel, from just about 80 to 85% of the diesel. We have two techniques. The first one is use the catalytic to refine them, and the older one we use use the strong acid to just purify them. There's two one. Well, let's have a 3D video of this. What is this? Oh yeah, here is a frame type for 100 kilogram or 500 kilogram. Okay, let's have the 3D video to know about the details of the reactor. What raw materials or what technique you are interested, you can leave in the comment section. We have the batch type, semi-continue, and the fully continuous one. Let's have a look first is the batch type pyrolysis plant. Okay, here is the 3D video that for the batch type we have 10 town, 12 town, 15 town, and 18 town, 20 town. Okay, this is a 6 line of the 15 town batch type that can process the with tire plastic. We don't need the pre-processing step to process them to the rubber powder or the plastic particles. It includes the feeding system, pyrolysis system, condensation system, and the slagging system and purification system. There's 5 steps. Well, the first one is the feeding system. We will use some automatic feeder to feed about this. Okay, and then after feeding, this may take nearly 2 to 2.5 hours, and then we will open the combustion system like the 4 burner to get the heating of the raw materials. And then we can get the gas, that is the flue gas and the tail gas. Then the flue gas will first go into this buffer tank. Well, the purpose of the buffer tank is to slow down the speed and to purify or settle down the carbon black inside the gas. Then we will go into the condensation system to liquefize the oil. The first is the vertical condensers. This first step, they have 4 tubes inside, and outside is the water, recycling water, to slow down the temperature and liquefize them. Now, flue oil will temporarily stand in this tank, which is the for 2 town. And then about the oil that is to burn, that have a high heating energy. Okay, and the second step, that is the oil water separator, that have the water cover outside can cool down and to liquefize oil, and it's also a purification system and also a safety system that can purify the gas and to prevent the oil to go back to the reactor or the step before. And this is horizontal condensers, which have the largest heating condensation area, can liquefize most of the oil in this step. Also, we equipped it with 2 vertical condensers in the back of the step to ensure all the oil will condensed. And this is the oil removal system we have introduced many times. Well, the oil the gas that cannot be condensed will go into this water cell first, that is a safety device, and then go into this oil removal system to remove the hydrogen sulfide inside the tail gas. Then the gas will first into this buffer tank to slow down the speed and to go into this 2 spring tower to have a reaction. And then they will go back to the reactor after throwing this water cell. This is our patent device to have a more use of this tail gas and can save our extra heating energy. Then the tail gas can go back to the reactor by using the tail gas burner to heat. So from now on, when we have the tail gas, then we don't need to use extra heating energy. Like we can stop the burner. The burner is to use the same gas natural gas or the fuel oil to burn. And this step is the purification system. We will use this to purify the gas that we need to emission to spray in tower. Well, this step will depend on different regions because we have different policies of different regions. Our engineer and our customer, our sales manager will give you the certification plan for you. And this is a vacuum device to prevent the flash explosion. Some tail gas that we don't need to use, they will go into this burning chamber to burn them. Well, so if you have any questions, you can leave in the comment section, or if you want to know more information, you can add our WhatsApp or email into us. You can see which ways you are more convenient. We have WhatsApp and our telephone, our email in our comment section. You can add us, or if you have a WeChat, it will be more convenient for us. Then we need to select the carbon black. Just before them, we need to cool down the reactor to maybe 70 degrees, and then we can select them. This is a side slag. We can use the front slag, the side slag, or the back slag. They have different advantages. For example, the side slag, we can select the carbon black at the storage area underground that will not contact with the factory, the factory area. It's more environmental friendly. There are no more dust from the carbon black. And then by using the wind conveyor, they can go into this. This is a bucketing system to press the carbon black to the bowl shape, and they can be burned, can replace the coal to use. Here it is the bucketing step. And for the steel wire, we can use them just to sew them directly at the waste metals recycling factory or some melting factory. And this is a plant that to pull out the steel wire, or you can use the forklift to just pull out them, or you can use the man to pull them. It's very easy to finish this step. And the last one is the oil in the temporary storage tank. We can pump them to the final tank and sew them or refine them. Well, to refine them, we have the distillation plant that to refine the waste oil from industry or from the daily things from the car or from the pyrolysis sized factory. Then we can use them as the diesel to use at this agricultural machine, from the the mining machine or the ferry or the diesel generator or other step. Here is the batch type 1. Well, if you are interested in this step, or if you want to know more information, want to come to our factory to get our catalog or some other details, you can contact with us by the WhatsApp, email, or other ways. Which ways that you are convenient. You can send a private message to us to tell us your contact ways. Then our sales manager will add you and send you our catalog. And this is the fully continuous pyrolysis plant. Let's see about this first. The fully continuous one that is have the highest working efficiency. We can continuous work for 45 to 60 days. This is a PLC system, be more automatic to control this processing line. It also includes the feeding system, pyrolysis system, sagging system, condensation system, and auto removal system. Here is the feeding system. If your raw material is the waste tire, we need to get the pre-process step to process them to the rubber powder. This is the rubber powder. We will use this lifting winch to put them into this step and then feed them into the reactor. Well, for the reactor, we just burn them and have the reaction, and the feeding step, the pyrolysis step, they all have at the same time. We use indirect heating technique by using the hot wing burner to get the heating energy, and then have this reaction. Outside is insulation cover, and inside is the reactor. For the insulation cover, we design for the two-step because the reactor is much more longer than the batch type. So we set up a tub just in the middle of this reactor, and then the gas and the carbon black will go out, and the back of this reactor, the gas, they will first go into the buffer tank, the same purpose, to slow down the speed and settle down impurities, and then by using 3 buffer tank, the condensation buffer tank, it can only to settle down the impurities, to slow down the speed. The most main purpose is to condense the oil because it have a water cover outside, and then they will go through the U-tube to this storage tank. The U-tube is to prevent the gas that's released. Then we will go through 3 vertical condensers that have several tubes inside to spray the gas and to fully contact with the water and to liquidize to ensure we have a high oil yield, ensure all the flue gas will be condensed. This is a negative device that can pump the gas directly and to just shorten the temperature that's in the gas into this reactor. And this, the same thing, auto removal system to purify the gas, purify the tail gas, then we can burn them. For the fully continue, we can use for 45 to 60 days. The only 8 hours in the very beginning, we need to use extra heating energy, and the next few days we can all use the tail gas. So there are almost no extra heating consumptions. Also, they will go back to the hot wing furnace. And the carbon black, they will slag by this winch. It have a water cover outside. That can just lower the temperature of the carbon black, and by using 3 or 4 winch, they can be backed directly. Here are some safety devices. Some valve of the pressure. If they have pressure problem, they will release in a standby water cell just to prevent explosion. Here are the purification system to purify the gas that we need to emission. First is the water cooling system, and second is the process collector. And the last one, the tower, and it is the sulfurization tower. Well, if you have any questions or any other questions, you can leave in the comment section, or you can add our WhatsApp and our email to us. Also, the WhatsApp number is our telephone number. You can add us, or it's also our WeChat number. You can add us directly, or you can tell us your contact ways to us privately our sales manager will add you and send you our catalog, our price list for you. So this is the whole production line of the fully continuous pyrolysis plant. Well, if you have any questions, you can ask right now. And that is today's live show. It's time to say goodbye. And thank you for watching today. If there are many questions, well, just if you want to know more or want to visit our factory or visit our project cases, you can contact with us directly. Our sales manager will give you the service. Okay, thank you for watching today and have a nice day. Goodbye.